top 5 vegetables every senior should eat to lower blood pressure naturally. High blood pressure doesn't shout. It doesn't announce itself with pain or warning signs. It just sits quietly inside your arteries, year after year, doing damage while you go about your day feeling completely normal. That's exactly why it's called the silent killer. But here's the good news. What you put on your plate every single day can change that story completely. Every meal is a chance to either tighten those arteries or help them relax. And for seniors especially, the vegetables you choose can matter more than almost anything else you do for your heart. Today, we're going to walk through 5 vegetables that science keeps pointing to again and again when it comes to naturally lowering blood pressure, protecting your arteries, and keeping your sodium and potassium in balance. These aren't exotic superfoods you need to order online. Every single one is sitting in your local grocery store right now. I'll tell you exactly how much to eat, when to eat it, the common mistakes that quietly cancel out the benefits, and one small trick near the end that helps your body absorb everything you're eating even better. Stay with me until the 5th vegetable because it's one most of us already eat all the time without realizing just how much it can do for our blood pressure. Let's start with the vegetable that quietly does more for your arteries than almost anything else on this list: spinach. Spinach earns its superfood reputation the hard way, through nutrients that go straight to work on your blood pressure. One cooked cup of spinach delivers a substantial dose of potassium, and potassium is the mineral your body uses to keep sodium in check. When sodium builds up too high, your body holds on to extra fluid, and that extra fluid puts more pressure on your artery walls. Potassium acts like a counterweight. It helps your kidneys push that extra sodium out through urine, easing the strain on your entire circulatory system. Most people who struggle with high blood pressure are, without realizing it, simply not getting enough potassium in their day. Adding a serving of spinach is a simple way to close that gap. Spinach also contains natural dietary nitrates. Your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide, a compound that signals your blood vessels to widen and relax. When your arteries stay open and flexible, your heart doesn't have to work nearly as hard to push blood through them. Nutrition researchers have consistently found that people who regularly eat nitrate-rich leafy greens like spinach tend to show better blood flow and lower systolic readings, which is the top number in your blood pressure reading. There's also magnesium and folate at work here, 2 nutrients that protect the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. When that lining gets damaged over time, arteries stiffen and blood pressure creeps upward. Magnesium helps the muscles in your artery walls stay relaxed, while folate supports repair and lowers inflammation inside those vessel walls. Together, they help your entire circulatory system keep a steady, healthy rhythm. So how much spinach should you actually eat? Around 1 to 1.5 cups cooked, or about 2 cups raw in a salad, is a solid daily target. Try to eat it earlier in the day, at lunch or an early dinner, since your body tends to use potassium and nitrates more efficiently during active hours, and it also helps you avoid any digestive disruption to your sleep. Blend it into a morning smoothie, fold it into an omelet, or give it a light sauté in olive oil. Just don't overcook it. Boiling spinach for too long destroys those delicate nitrates. A quick steam or a fast stir-fry keeps both the color and the nutrition intact. When you're shopping, look for spinach with firm, crisp, deep green leaves. If the leaves look pale or yellowing, they've already lost nutrients. Frozen spinach is a perfectly good option too. Just check the label to make sure there's no added salt. And here's a mistake worth avoiding entirely: canned spinach. A single serving can carry well over 400 milligrams of sodium, which works directly against everything you're trying to do for your blood pressure. If you take blood-thinning medication, it's also worth knowing that spinach is high in vitamin K, which can interact with how those medications work. So it's worth a quick conversation with your doctor about how much to include. Do you usually eat your spinach raw in salads, or do you prefer it cooked? Think about how you've been preparing it. because that one choice can change how much benefit you're actually getting. Now let's move to something colorful, something that turns a deep red color into a powerful ally for your arteries: beetroot. Beetroot might be one of the single most effective vegetables for naturally lowering blood pressure. That deep red color comes from pigments called betalains, which are potent antioxidants that protect the inner walls of your blood vessels from oxidative stress. When those vessel walls stay smooth and undamaged, blood flows more freely, and your heart doesn't have to work as hard. Oxidative stress is one of the main drivers of inflammation inside your arteries, and over time, that inflammation is what causes vessels to stiffen and blood pressure to climb. Beetroot works to interrupt that whole process. Beets are also naturally rich in dietary nitrates, similar to spinach but in even higher concentrations. Once converted into nitric oxide in your body, these nitrates send a direct signal to your arteries to relax and widen, which helps bring down systolic pressure specifically. Several studies on beet juice have shown measurable drops in blood pressure within just days of consistent use. And the nitric oxide boost doesn't just help your arteries, it also improves oxygen delivery to your muscles and brain, which can support better stamina and sharper thinking as well. Beetroot also contains folate, which plays an important role in controlling a compound called homocysteine. When homocysteine levels rise too high, they can irritate blood vessel walls and make them stiffer. Folate helps break that compound down, keeping your arteries more supple. This matters especially for seniors, since the body's natural folate absorption tends to decline with age. For daily intake, aim for about half a cup to 1 full cup of cooked beetroot, or roughly 4 ounces of beet juice. Raw grated beet adds a nice crunch to salads, while roasting brings out its natural sweetness. Try roasted beets with a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. The olive oil helps your body absorb the fat-soluble antioxidants, and the lemon balances the earthy flavor beautifully. Another great option is a beet and berry smoothie. Blend half a cooked beet with half a banana, a handful of blueberries, and a cup of unsweetened almond milk. That combination gives you nitrates, potassium, and berry antioxidants all working together. Mid-morning is a great time to have it, since your body can use those nitrates throughout the busiest part of your day. When shopping, choose small to medium beets that feel firm, with crisp green tops still attached. Those greens are packed with minerals and can be sautéed just like spinach. Avoid pre-pickled beets, since the sodium and vinegar in them can cancel out most of the benefit. Fresh beets stored in the refrigerator will keep for up to 10 days. One common mistake is drinking large amounts of beet juice without any fiber alongside it, which can cause a quick spike in blood sugar, especially for seniors. Always pair it with some fiber from whole fruit or vegetables. And don't be alarmed if you notice your urine or stool turning slightly pink after eating beets. That's completely harmless. It's just the natural pigment passing through your system. One more tip. Try not to pair large amounts of beet juice with caffeine, since caffeine tends to tighten arteries and can work against nitric oxide's relaxing effect. Have you ever tried eating whole beets instead of just drinking the juice? The timing and the way you prepare them really can change how much your body absorbs. Now let's crunch into a cruciferous vegetable that researchers have studied for decades because of one particularly powerful compound inside it: broccoli. Broccoli is one of the most nutrient-dense vegetables you can put on your plate for heart and artery health. Its standout compound is sulforaphane, which activates antioxidant enzymes inside your cells. Think of these enzymes as a built-in cleanup crew. They remove toxins and calm inflammation along the lining of your arteries. The healthier that lining stays, the less likely you are to develop plaque buildup or stiffness over time. Some research even suggests sulforaphane can help damaged cells in blood vessel walls repair themselves, improving overall arterial flexibility and supporting steadier blood flow. Broccoli is also loaded with vitamin C. A single cup can provide more than your entire recommended daily amount. Vitamin C helps your body produce collagen, which gives structure to your artery walls and keeps them elastic. When arteries lose that flexibility, they harden, and blood pressure rises as a result. At the same time, vitamin C acts as a strong antioxidant, neutralizing harmful molecules before they can irritate vessel tissue. On top of that, broccoli delivers a solid amount of potassium per cup, which helps balance sodium and fluid levels in your body, easing pressure on your bloodstream. The calcium in broccoli also plays a role, helping blood vessels contract and relax the way they're supposed to. When all these minerals work together, they create the kind of steady internal environment where blood pressure stays balanced and your heart doesn't have to overwork itself. How you cook broccoli makes a real difference. Light steaming for about 5 minutes is ideal, since it helps preserve the sulforaphane. Boiling, on the other hand, can destroy more than half of its antioxidants. Roasting is another excellent method that keeps the flavor rich while protecting the nutrients. Try it with a drizzle of olive oil and a little lemon zest, which also boosts absorption and adds extra vitamin C. A lot of seniors avoid broccoli simply because they find the taste too strong or slightly bitter. What's your go-to trick for making it more enjoyable? Some people love roasting it with a touch of garlic. Others blend it right into soups with other vegetables. When shopping, choose firm heads with tightly packed deep green florets and no yellow spots. Yellowing means it's already lost some of its nutrients. Frozen broccoli works fine too, as long as there's no added sauce or salt. Store fresh broccoli in your refrigerator's crisper drawer and try to use it within 4 days to keep the vitamin content high. Skip the versions drenched in butter, since the saturated fat can work against the very benefits you're trying to get. And remember that no supplement can fully replace the full range of compounds working together inside the whole vegetable. Now let's move to something that brings crunch, flavor, and a surprising amount of circulation support: celery. Celery looks like a simple, low-calorie snack, but it carries a genuine ability to support healthy blood pressure. The key lies in a group of natural plant compounds called phthalides. These compounds relax the smooth muscles inside your artery walls, allowing them to widen and let blood move more freely. When arteries are more relaxed, your heart doesn't have to push as hard, which can help lower both the systolic and diastolic numbers in a blood pressure reading. Some research on celery extract has shown measurable improvements in arterial flexibility among people with mild hypertension, suggesting that regular intake can support a smoother overall rhythm in your cardiovascular system. Celery also has a naturally balanced ratio of sodium and potassium that promotes healthy fluid movement in the body. This gives celery a mild, natural diuretic effect. It helps your body release a bit of excess water and sodium through urine without causing dehydration. That matters because so many processed foods are loaded with sodium that traps fluid in your tissues and drives blood pressure up. Celery's natural mineral balance helps counter that. Each stalk also contains antioxidant compounds that fight inflammation in your blood vessels. And when that inflammation goes down, your vessels stay more elastic and your blood pressure stays in a steadier range. For daily intake, 3 to 4 stalks, or about half a cup chopped into soups or salads, is an easy and effective amount. Celery pairs especially well with protein-based meals, since its minerals support electrolyte balance during digestion. A small glass of fresh celery and apple juice in the morning is another great way to get its diuretic benefits along with a bit of natural sweetness. Adding diced celery to a chicken or vegetable soup gives you texture along with a steady supply of potassium and antioxidants throughout the day. Cooking doesn't significantly reduce its nutrient value as long as it's lightly simmered rather than boiled for a long time. When shopping, pick stalks that are crisp, firm, and bright green, and that snap easily when bent. Avoid anything that looks hollow, soft, or wilted, since that means it's already lost moisture and electrolytes. Storing celery upright in a glass of water or loosely helps it stay fresh much longer. Celery is safe for most people, but more isn't always better. Eating more than about 8 stalks a day can throw off your body's sodium balance and may lead to fatigue or lightheadedness. If you're considering celery seed supplements, be cautious, since they can intensify the effect of prescription diuretics, so it's worth checking with your doctor first if you're on blood pressure medication. And because celery often carries pesticide residue, give it a thorough wash under running water before eating. Now, let's move on to something colorful, sweet, and a little spicy that floods your body with antioxidants: bell peppers. Bell peppers bring more to your plate than just color. They're one of the most concentrated natural sources of vitamin C you can eat. A single medium pepper provides well over your entire recommended daily intake, and that vitamin C plays a direct role in stabilizing nitric oxide in your body, the same molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen, easing arterial tension and improving circulation. Higher vitamin C intake has consistently been linked with healthier arteries and better blood pressure readings overall. It also supports repair of the delicate lining of your blood vessels, which can take damage from oxidative stress as we age. Bell peppers also contain a group of carotenoids, plant pigments that act as antioxidants and help protect your arteries from stiffness while supporting smooth blood flow. These compounds work to neutralize free radicals before they have a chance to damage cholesterol or vessel walls, which over time reduces the risk of buildup inside your arteries. Even though bell peppers taste mild, they carry a small trace of the same family of compounds found in spicier peppers, which may offer a gentle vessel-relaxing effect as well. Each cup of bell pepper is also more than 90% water, which supports hydration and helps your kidneys flush out waste and excess sodium. Good hydration keeps blood volume balanced, which in turn takes unnecessary strain off your heart. If you often struggle to drink enough water throughout the day, adding bell peppers to your meals is a simple, tasty way to support that same goal. For daily intake, about 1 cup of sliced bell peppers, whether raw or lightly roasted, gives you a steady dose of vitamins and minerals. Raw peppers hold on to the most vitamin C, while gentle roasting brings out their natural sweetness and makes them easier to digest. Avoid frying them at high heat, since that destroys much of the vitamin C and antioxidant content. Pairing peppers with olive oil or avocado helps your body absorb the fat-soluble carotenoids more effectively, and they work wonderfully in stir-fries, salads, fajitas, or simply sliced up with hummus as a snack. When shopping, choose peppers that are firm with shiny, smooth skin and bright color. Red and yellow peppers are the ripest and typically carry the highest antioxidant content, while green peppers are picked earlier and are slightly more bitter, though still beneficial. Avoid any peppers with wrinkled skin or soft spots, since that signals lost moisture and nutrients. Organic peppers are a good choice when available, but if you're buying conventional ones, wash them thoroughly, since pesticide residue is often concentrated on the outer skin. Which color pepper do you usually reach for? And have you noticed any difference in how your body responds when you eat them raw versus cooked? Small choices like these really do add up over time. Now that we've gone through all 5 vegetables, here's one more habit that can amplify everything you just learned: a simple evening stretch and flex routine. This might sound almost too simple to matter, but gentle stretching before bed genuinely supports how your body manages blood pressure overnight. When you stretch, your blood vessels are encouraged to stay flexible, which supports smoother circulation and lets your heart pump with less resistance. Just 10 to 15 minutes of light flexibility work before bed can meaningfully reduce nighttime blood pressure spikes. This happens because stretching stimulates the endothelium, that same delicate inner lining of your arteries we talked about earlier, to release nitric oxide, the same compound that signals your blood vessels to widen and relax. Focus mostly on your legs and hips, since these are the largest muscle groups and tend to hold the most fluid by the end of the day. Try a seated hamstring stretch, a calf stretch against a wall, and a few gentle torso twists to open circulation through your core. Pair each stretch with slow, steady breathing. Inhale for about 5 seconds, then exhale slowly for 7 seconds. That breathing pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for calming your heart rate and encouraging relaxation. Finish with a simple 2-minute leg lift against a wall. This position supports venous return, helping blood flow more easily from your legs back toward your heart. And it can also reduce ankle swelling, which is common in older adults and often tied to circulation. The best time to do this routine is 30 to 60 minutes before sleep, giving your body enough time to settle while still benefiting from the improved blood flow. Try not to stretch aggressively and avoid doing it right after a heavy meal. It's better to wait at least 45 minutes after eating. Consistency matters far more than intensity here. Doing it every night, even on days you've been mostly sedentary, keeps your circulation steady and helps prevent overnight pressure spikes. A warm cup of chamomile or hibiscus tea beforehand can make the whole routine even more relaxing, and both of those teas are known to gently support healthy blood pressure on their own. Let's bring everything together into a simple recap you can carry with you. Spinach offers potassium and nitrates that ease tension in your arteries. Beetroot boosts nitric oxide for smoother circulation and lower systolic pressure. Broccoli provides sulforaphane and vitamin C to keep your artery walls flexible. Celery contributes phthalides and a natural mineral balance that supports healthy fluid levels. Bell peppers deliver vitamin C and carotenoids that protect and repair your blood vessels. And the evening stretch and flex routine helps calm your body and steady your blood pressure through the night. None of these changes require anything drastic. They're small, steady choices, repeated day after day, and that's exactly what makes them powerful. Keep these habits consistent, and over time, your heart and your arteries will feel